How are they holding up? Good. Be on guard for trouble. So here's our newest guest. How are you enjoying the accommodations? Well, in truth, the dungeons aren't so different from the rest of the Undercity. We Forsaken have no need for the superficial comforts of the living. All you'll find here is cold stone. I'm sure you know, but this place was once the crypts of Lordaeron, carved out and expanded over centuries. Even our allies complain about the stench of decay, but to us, it's home sweet home, a retreat from those who wish to send us back to the grave. Which brings me to you. The Banshee Queen herself doesn't often grace prisoners with a personal visit, and yet, here I am. I want to know what a lonely little night elf is doing so far from home. Nobody ventures into Tirisful glades without a good reason. Are you helping those worthless Scarlet Crusade thugs who insist on murdering every undead they can get their hands on? No, surely not. They hate non-humans almost as much as they hate us. Or perhaps a spy sent from the lovely Duranda. Silvermoon is so close. A talented ranger would be able to keep an eye on 2 threats at once. Oh, but I suppose you're not as skilled as she thought since you were captured so easily. What a shame. Oh, and your sad face tells me everything I need to know. Ugh. Those emotions of yours must be so inconvenient. It's been a long time since I truly felt much at all. It didn't have to be like this, you know. There were other paths. Not for us Forsaken, of course. We will always be monsters in the eyes of the Alliance. But Quel'Thalas could have been a valuable ally to your kind if things had gone differently. The Third War left them broken. My life and the lives of countless others were lost defending Silvermoon. So much pointless death. Everything we'd built destroyed in an instant. But no helping hand was offered to my homeland in its time of need. All because Tyrande considered them beneath her. How many times must she punish the Kelderai for the crimes of their ancestors? Anyway, with Quel'Thalas left defenseless and alone, it was instead my Forsaken who were there to help pick up the pieces, to help them rebuild and welcome the newly named Cinderai into the armies of the Horde. I suppose that version of the tale is different from the ones you were told, But enough prattle. I came here for a reason. Under normal circumstances, I'd have you executed and be done with it. But I think you might be able to help me. What can you tell me about the Scythe of Elune? I've heard whispers that one of your priestess friends wields it within the city of Gilneas nearby. You see, that scythe could prove rather troublesome for me in the future, or rather for my allies. You may already know that the Worgen curse your people locked away so long ago has found a way back speak into this world, and I intend to take full advantage of the chaos it causes. R'hllor Fangfire will lead the wolves to destabilize the city from the inside, leaving my forsaken forces free to claim their lands with ease. But that pesky artifact from your moon goddess has the ability to banish the Worgen back to where they came from and undo all my hard work. I'm sure you can understand then why I'm quite eager to have it in my possession and avoid any possibility of that outcome. Anything that could lead us in the right direction would be most useful, and who knows, depending on your information, I might even grant you a quick death. You'll get it for me, will you? Of course. Let me release you to run beyond the walls of Gilneas and tell your allies everything I just said. No, I don't think so. But let me sweeten the deal for you. If anything you tell me helps us to obtain the Scepter of Elune, I have a much more generous offer. I shall give you a choice, as I do with all those within my ranks. You can be given a clean, honorable death and return to your people for the proper burial rituals, as thanks for your service. Or I offer you the option of eternity at my side. My Valkyr can resurrect you from death to join my forces, and with your knowledge we can claim this land for our own. I think you'll find it quite pleasant, actually, to be undead. We have no need for so many things. Not sleep, not food, not light. Not even breath is required to sustain us. Many keep up the appearance of those things for the sake of comfort, but truly we can exist without them if needed. Trust me, you'd feel much more comfortable down here if you were one of us. And you would have the privilege of this pristine body. Many of our soldiers died from nasty injuries in life, or suffered from decay and damage over the years before they were resurrected. I could give you a swift-acting poison, as easy as falling asleep, and you'd be revived without a scratch on you. You'd have quite limited freedom at first, naturally, but that could change as you prove your loyalty. You have to understand, I have betrayed and been betrayed before, more times than I could count. Earning my trust won't be an easy task, but I believe you have the makings of a valuable ally. So what will it be, child of the stars? Will you die, an insignificant pawn who failed their duty? Or will you forge your own path and rise to stand beside the Banshee Queen as we conquer those who would persecute us? I'll give you some time to consider that. See to it that the prisoner is given some proper food. I believe the merchant upstairs sells milk and banana bread.